2025 as Coco Gauff dominates tennis. From Paris to Wuhan, a season of supremacy. The world of tennis had seen greatness before. Serena's power, Federer's grace, Nadal's grit. But 2025 belonged to someone new. She was no longer the teenage prodigy, no longer the wide-eyed underdog. She was now the standard. Coco Gauff, age 21, the girl who once carried hope on her shoulders, now carried an era in her hands. From a red clay of Paris to the electric nights of Wuhan, her journey through 2025 wasn't just a season, it was a statement. A declaration that the future of tennis had arrived, and her name was etched in every headline, every scoreboard, every heart. This was the year Coco Gauff dominated the sport. Not just with her racket, but with her resilience, her fire, and her unshakable belief that she was born to lead. The Paris Awakening. Paris, the city of art, love, and legacies. And for Coco Gauff, it became the canvas where her masterpiece began. The 2025 French Open had been unpredictable. Injuries, upsets, shocks, but through it all, Gauff stood tall. She had faced heartbreak at Roland Garros before. A runner-up finish to IGA Swiatek in 2022, a brutal quarterfinal exit in 2023, and whispers that she'd never master clay. This time, she came back not to prove anyone wrong, but to prove herself right. From her opening match, she looked untouchable. Her forehand cut through the slow clay like lightning. Her footwork danced as if the court itself was alive beneath her shoes. In the semi-final, she met Swiatek again, the old nemesis, the queen of clay. The match lasted 3 hours, filled with gasps, grunts, and grit. But when Gauff's final cross-court backhand painted the line, the stadium erupted. 6-4, 2-6, 7-5. A new chapter had been written. In the final, she dismantled Daria Kasatkina with surgical precision, her first French Open title, and the star of her 2025 conquest. Standing on court Philippe Chatrier with the trophy glinting in her hands, Coco said, "I used to dream of this moment. Now I fight to live it, not once, but again and again." The world believed her. The fire of London. A few weeks later, the grass of Wimbledon waited, and with it, a new challenge. Grass had never been Gauff's most comfortable surface, but 2025 was different. Her confidence was so strong, it seemed to grow roots wherever she played. Her serve was a weapon, her defense impenetrable. Each victory was a statement. That adaptability was her new superpower. In the quarterfinals, she defeated Ons Jabeur in straight sets, showcasing not only power but patience. The semifinal saw her outlast Jessica Pegula in a match so intense that BBC called it a generational duel. When she reached the final, center court buzzed with anticipation. Across the net stood Emma Raducanu, a British darling, reborn after years of struggle. The match became an instant classic, youth style, emotion, and fire. In the end, Coco's composure sealed the moment. 6-3, 6-7, 7-6. Her second Grand Slam of the season. Standing before the British crowd, she smiled shyly and said, "I've always loved watching champions here. Now, I just hope I made it worth watching." Applause thundered. The Queen's name echoed around London. Coco. The summer of shadows. Every champion faces a test of fatigue. The weight of expectation. The glare of constant spotlight. After Wimbledon, Coco entered the U.S. hardcourt swing. Everyone expected dominance, and she delivered, but not without scars. At the Canadian Open, she lost a tight semi-final to Sabalenka, her first defeat in months. She sat in the locker room afterward, eyes closed, breathing deep. "It's okay to lose," she whispered to herself. "That's how I reload." And reload she did. By Cincinnati, she was unstoppable again, taking down the very players who tested her earlier. Her mantra became clear. Pressure is privilege. Fear is fuel. Each match became poetry in motion. Her footwork faster, her mind sharper. She didn't just play opponents. She dismantled doubts. The New York coronation. If Paris was art and London was fire, New York was revolution. Arthur Ashe Stadium had always been her second home. The place where a 15-year-old Coco first burst into global spotlight after defeating Venus Williams. Now, She returned as a reigning queen, defending her U.S. Open crown. The media buzzed with headlines. Can Gauff go back-to-back? Is this the Serena successor era? She ignored the noise. She just played. Each round, she crushed her opponents with precision and grace. The semifinal against Naomi Osaka, who had made a powerful comeback, was breathtaking. The two traded winners like warriors. The year-end finals, the final test. The season finale in Fort Worth, Texas, gathered the top 8 women of the year. The pressure? Immense. The stage? Electric. The expectations? Sky high. But Coco walked in wearing calm like armor. In the group stage, she swept all 3 matches, including revenge wins over Swiatek and Sabalenka. In the semifinal, she faced Pegula once more, surviving a brutal 3-set marathon. The final was against Elena Rybakina, the Kazakh powerhouse with one of the fiercest serves in the game. The match lasted 2 hours and 40 minutes of relentless intensity. But when the dust settled, Gauff stood victorious once again. 6-4, 4-6, 6-2. She had done it. The year-end world number 1, the youngest American to finish a season at the top since Serena herself. It's surreal, she said, holding the crystal trophy. 2025 taught me that dreams don't expire, they evolve. The voice beyond tennis. Coco's dominance wasn't limited to the court. Off it, she became a powerful voice for change, speaking about mental health, equal pay, and empowering girls in sports. She partnered with the UN on a campaign called Serve for Change, building tennis programs for underprivileged youth across Africa and Asia. I don't just want to be remembered for my forehand, she said in a CNN interview. I want to be remembered for what I did when I put the racket down. Her humility, intellect, and empathy made her not only a champion, but a leader, the crown of 2025. By December, Coco Gauff's stats were staggering. 8 titles, 3 Grand Slams, 5 WTA 1000s, 57-5 win-loss record, 9 consecutive hardcourt finals, all victories. World number 1 ranking for 24 consecutive weeks. Analysts called it the Gauff era, but she dismissed the label gently. It's not my era, she said. It's our era. Every young player proving that hard work still matters. When asked what her favorite moment of the year was, she didn't mention trophies. She said quietly, walking off the Wuhan court and hearing people cheer my name in a language I didn't understand. That's when I realized tennis is universal. Epilogue. The Queen and the Horizon. As the year closed, Coco stood on a quiet Miami beach, watching the sunrise, golden light dancing across the waves, much like the trophy she lifted all year. Her coach asked, "What's next?" She smiled. Same dream, new heights. Because Coco Gauff knew something the world was still learning. That greatness isn't a destination. It's a rhythm, a heartbeat, a constant rise. And as the waves rolled endlessly toward the shore, so too would Coco's story. A symphony of grace, grit, and glory. From Paris to Wuhan. From doubt to dominance. 2025 was not just Coco Gauff's year. It was a year the world learned what supremacy looked like when powered by soul. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share. Till next time.